Ladies and gentlemen, I'm replacing the brake pads and rotors on a Rust Belt 2013 Ford Expedition, and the caliper won't compress. I've been here many times, but I thought I'd give a little bit of advice for people who haven't been here yet. First piece of advice is, if you struggle to compress it and it does eventually compress, there is a slim chance that it will work properly, but it's a very slim chance. You should replace the caliper if it gives you any trouble at all. The other thing I wanted to mention, if your caliper doesn't compress, it doesn't mean your caliper's bad. These brake lines can collapse and you'll have all the same issues. So if it doesn't compress, loosen the line and try again. If the vehicle you're working on is an older vehicle, I recommend replacing the rubber brake line with the caliper. Order them together. Even if that line's not plugged up, they do deteriorate and it will eventually plug up. And that can be a confusing thing to figure out. I seen a guy replace his caliper 3 times before he figured out he had a plugged up line. That's 3 sets of pads, 3 rotors, and 3 calipers. It got pretty expensive. And it is exactly as I suspected with this one right here. We've got plugged up brake lines. Remember guys, your brakes save your life almost every single time you use them. You want to take care of something like that. This could be a problem with something else, like the ABS module, so I'm going to remove this line and see if I can push air through it. I'll let you know how that goes. There we go, all hooked up. If I give this thing some air, it should move those pistons. If you're doing something like this, put something in there. You don't want to blow your pistons out. See what we got. I got nothing. That's shop air, guys. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It needs rubber brake lines, but because I'm not willing to risk somebody else's life, I'll also flush the rest of the brake system and replace those front calipers. The way I see it, the entire brake system is likely contaminated with debris from those lines. Probably not, but that's how I have to see it, so I don't make a dangerous mistake.